Hey everyone, welcome to day 4 of the Financial Alchemy series. Today we are talking about building a six-figure nervous system. So I'm going to go through these points just to cover, and then I'll answer any questions about your nervous system and building financial resilience. All right. Oh, thank you. So let's talk about building a six-figure nervous system. So when you focus on how you feel about money, and resetting how you feel about money, you're able to step away from work without feeling anxious. Because working on your nervous system and your belief system is key. It's not a waste of time. I know that. I'm actually going to close the door to the office to help with the sound. So, for the past 3 days, I've been talking about the importance of working on your belief system, working on healing your inner child, and doing the work on your belief system, and then starting to work on your inner child will help you with your nervous system. The nervous system is key in how you respond to spending your money, also how you respond to receiving money. And when you are able to work on how you respond to spending money and how you respond to receiving money, you're actually able to keep your money. Because I'll have two types of clients, right? So I'll have clients that really hold on tight to their money because when they were growing up, they saw their parents lose their house. So a lot of millennials like myself saw their parents during the recession lose their jobs, lose their house, lose that sense of safety and comfort. So that was a real shock to our inner child, and that created a shock to our nervous system. So oftentimes and that's when you'll see like the rise of bloggers, like personal finance bloggers, budgeting bloggers, couponers. A lot of them are millennials, if you notice, because that was their response to seeing their parents lose that their safety net, lose their financial safety. So when you lose that financial safety, you're always seeking control. So a lot of us became couponers and budget bloggers or budgeting. So you hold on to your money. So when you hold on to your money and then there's this sense of lack of safety when spending it, you're always going to look at loss. And when you're focusing on losing money, what happens? It expands. You're constantly always going to feel like you're losing money. And so when you feel like you're going to lose money, you feel like you always have to work. So you're getting more money in. And so when you try to step away from work, you have these anxious feelings, which cause you to always be working. You never want to take a break, right? Yeah, you never want to take a break because you don't feel comfortable taking a break because you always want to be working because you don't feel comfortable spending your money. So when you start to work on the beliefs that make you feel unsafe with spending your money and working on training yourself to feel safe spending your money, that you're going to see a huge shift in how you run your business and how you work in your business. So you'll be able to step away from work without feeling anxious. So you see how it's a ripple effect? This mindset work really does hit your bank account. This mindset work really does hit you at this level of your health. So it's just taking that time to work on yourself is not only going to help you save money, but also make more money. Too. And so when you are able to work on your nervous system, you also are able to start saying no to unaligned clients and customers. I always say this to my clients that when you are working with a client that isn't aligned or a client that is really stressing you out and doesn't really align with your business services or products, it's actually going to cost you 10 clients. One unaligned client or customer is going to cost you 10 clients in the future, because one aligned client or customer will eventually lead to 10 new clients and customers in terms of referral, in terms of using their testimonials, and people resonate with it on your sales page, on your lives, right? So it's really important that you are able to set those boundaries and feel safe setting those boundaries, so you can say no to people that are not aligned with your business. But when you don't work on your nervous system and that feeling of safety within your business, you feel like you have to say yes to every opportunity that comes your way. And, not all money is good money, right? Not all money is aligned money. So when you do this work on your belief system and your nervous system, you're going to be able to turn away these clients and customers that will end up draining you and end up stalling your growth in your business. The next is, so I talked about earlier how I have two types of clients: those who are afraid of spending money, and then those who are afraid of receiving money. So this is where the receiving money comes in. So I'll have clients that don't feel comfortable when they get a new, like they'll get their first $10,000 client. For example, she got her first $10,000 coaching client. And she was so excited, but then all of a sudden she got this feeling of dread. Like, what if I'm not able to fulfill my role as their coach? What if they hate me? What if they want a refund? They immediately started thinking about everything going wrong and losing the money that they received, because they were not used to that level of that financial frequency, right? So they were not used to having that much money, and they felt really uncomfortable with it. So they essentially did everything that they could subconsciously to sabotage that coaching relationship. So then the client ended up requesting a refund. So it's like, if you are not comfortable with the money that you start earning, you're going to find ways to get rid of that money. You're going to find ways to go back to your financial comfort zone. So doing this nervous system work and working on your belief system, your sense of self-worth, will help you rewire your nervous system so that you're able to feel worthy to receive this money. And when you feel worthy to receive this money, you're less likely to self-sabotage your relationships with your new clients or customers, so then they don't request refunds, or you don't create some random expense that pops up where you have to spend the money that you just received. So doing this nervous system work will also help you be able to receive and keep the money that you earn. So you're no longer on this cycle of feast and famine. Usually people on the cycle of feast and famine, they're the ones that have trouble feeling comfortable receiving money. So they receive money and then they create some type of emergency, or they spend it inappropriately, and then they have to go back to work and make that money again. So it's like they get the money, they go back down. They get the money, they go back down. So it's always going up and down, because they're not comfortable with this level of this financial frequency. So you're going to need to start to work on feeling comfortable earning more money, feeling comfortable having this amount of money in your bank account. And the best way to start doing that is to just start visualizing this money in your bank account. Start visualizing the money on your Stripe dashboard and saying, this feels good, this feels safe. The next thing is that when you work on your nervous system, you are able to confidently hold space for clients. So when people DM me or message my team about like, hey, I'm trying to hit my first $50,000 in business, or hey, I'm trying to hit my first 100K in business, I can confidently tell them that Sleep Your Way to 100K is the program for them, because it's me and thousands of other people have gone through this program and this process. Because I did this work and I know what it takes to get to that level, I'm able to confidently hold space for my clients, whether if I'm not there and it's just through this self-paced program, or if I show up on a session. Because I'm confident and because I did this work, I'm able to hold space for clients. So this is really important aspect of doing this work, is an important aspect of your business if you are a coach or healer or consultant, because then you're able to show up to the meetings being calm and able to see the vision and guide your clients through the process without feeling shaky or unsure, or having your vision clouded by doubt. And people sense that, people know that when they purchase my program, they're going to get a result, only because, and it's not like I'm out here like, throwing bands around. I'm not with like a gold chain saying this is it. Like, I'm really pretty simple and minimal when I show up. Like, I'm just wearing my sweatshirt and my glasses, but that I'm a rich bitch. Like, you sense it. You sense the rich bitch energy. Like, you're like, this chick is rich. So you sense it, right? And so it's like, it's just the way I carry myself. So because I did this work, I went through this process and I did this work, so I feel confident enough to hold space. And this is not like I'm a magical fairy. This is simple process that you can do as well. And thousands of my clients have gone through this program as well and done it and did it. So you're able to hold space no matter what type of business that you run, whether you are a creative, you're able to show up on set and manage people and not feel stressed about how much, if you go over budget for a shoot. If you're an actress, you're not going to feel stressed about having to renew your union license, because you know that you're about to get a job in a few months. So this work is not just for coaches or healers, it's for everyone and every professional in your life. Not having privilege is really not having to worry about finances and money. Like, you can create financial privilege. That's something that we do have control over, that level of financial privilege and that level of not having to worry about paying our bills, not having to worry about whether I need to invest in my business, invest in my craft, invest in my looks, invest in my house, anything. You just are able to confidently do that. How's that? How's that? Where did it fall off? All right, let me just start over. The sound should be back on. Okay, great. So, this part, okay. All right. So this part is like, you're no longer waiting for the other shoe to drop. So this is where my clients that are not comfortable receiving money, they often wait for the other shoe to drop. Okay, awesome. So you become a financial optimist. When you start to do this work, and this is, I feel like a lot of people just try to almost, when you're a little kid and you had to like make your mom was like, you have to make your room before you go and play outside. So you half-assed the job. Like you put all your toys under the bed and you put the clothes on the bed, and then you made the bed, and under your made bed is your clothes. You didn't really do the work. And that's essentially what people try to do when it comes to money mindset and this expanding their financial consciousness. They just think, all right, I want to manifest this amount of money, right? And so some people do manifest that amount of money, and you've probably manifested a certain amount of money, right? But then it's always like you're constantly having to do this like up and down, like I have to manifest this, I need to do this. It's never that money is ever present. You never have enough when you need it, right? It's always you have to manifest in some type of emergency or crunch time. And so when you do this work, when you start at this level, you're able to really maintain this higher financial frequency. And you're able to shift into becoming a financial optimist. So money becomes the least of your problems, because money really shouldn't be your biggest problem in this life, right? You should be focused on connecting with others, meaningful relationships, finding love, finding partnerships, helping your family, things like that, focusing on your health, focusing on your community. Those should be what we're focused on, right? Not money. So when you do this work and you start at this foundation, this level, then it really sets you up where you're able to maintain this financial frequency, this higher financial frequency, period. Like you always expect to have, you always have $50,000 in savings, right? You always have $10,000 cash readily available for any emergencies. Like you no longer have to worry about emergencies or anything happening, because you are able to maintain this higher level of frequency. You're able to pay your employees, contractors, you're able to purchase things, pay for ads, do whatever you need to do that's necessary within your business. And then you can focus on helping your clients get to where they want to be, right? And so that's why this work is really important. That's why you have to start feeling comfortable with spending money. You have to start training yourself to feel comfortable receiving money, because that is what is going to create this six-figure nervous system. And so, and then also I've noticed with clients is like, when they're trying to manifest money, they're like, okay, so I'm just going to like run a sale, or I'm going to do this, or they'll do some panic pricing. And so they'll have like $1,000 product or service, and they'll discount it to like $100. But here's the thing that devalues your product or service. And then what happens is, if it's $1,000 product or service, there's going to be you're going to work behind it, right? You're usually doing some type of work at that level. And so if you're doing $1,000 worth of work for $100, the cycle is going to continue. Then you see how the cycle continues at the top. Then you're going to be unable to step away from work without feeling anxious. You're going to have to keep taking on unaligned clients, and you're always going to feel dread at the thought of new clients or customers because they're unaligned. And then you're going to feel like you can't hold space for anyone because you have all these unaligned clients complaining to you. And then you're always going to be waiting for those refund requests and the other shoe to drop, because once again, you started to do the panic pricing. So do you see how everything, the way that it lays out, it turns into this cycle of feast and famine, all these points on this screen? If you look at the negative, right? That is what creates this cycle of feast and famine, that you're not able to step away from work without feeling anxious. You're taking anyone that comes to your business, and then you feel dread because you're taking anyone that's not aligned. And that's what leads to these refund requests and customer complaints, right? And then because you're getting all these refund requests and customer complaints, once again, you price low. You have this panic pricing. So you're never going to feel good in your business. Your business is going to be a source of struggle, a source of stress, and a source of loss. And then you create this loop of loss over and over again. So you need to stop this loop of loss. Okay? So the first step is, if you go back to the training from yesterday, working on your belief system, right? Working on your belief system, and then identifying the emotions that you feel as you're working with money. Like, how do you feel when you receive money? How do you feel when you spend money? Then I want you to start consciously spending and consciously receiving. So whenever you receive any type of money, whether it's a refund, a free coffee, lean into gratitude. Be ridiculous. Like, oh my God, thank you, God. Thank you so much for this $1. Thank you so much for this $1. I got $1 today. Like, you have to be ridiculous. Like, you have to go to the other side of the spectrum. So then it comes back just to level the playing field. You have to start becoming ridiculously grateful for every single penny that comes into your life. If your friend buys you coffee, do a little jig. Like, thank you so much for this free coffee. It's like, start to feel it in your body. Start to feel this gratitude in receiving money. When you get a notification that you got a client sale, woo! I got a client sale. I'm so happy I got a client sale. Make a dance. Do your the touchdown. The Super Bowl, like, do your Super Bowl, your touchdown dance whenever you receive money. Whenever you have to spend money, also do a dance. Whenever you have to spend money, like, I am paying my bills as you're logging into Verizon. I just paid my bill. If you have automatic billing, and you receive the notification, like, thank you for paying your monthly bill. Like, you're welcome. I'm so glad I paid my bill. Whenever you purchase a product or service for your business, yay! I'm sleeping my way to 100K. Yeah, like, you need to start feeling this in your body. You need to start really this is how you're going. It's really dramatic, but if you want to see a dramatic change in your reality, you're going to have to get dramatic, right? If you want to see this change, if you want to stop worrying about money, whether receiving it or spending it, you have to stop worrying about receiving and spending money. So whenever you get a sale, whenever you get a coupon, whenever you get any type of money coming in, lean into gratitude. I'm so thankful. Whenever you have to spend money, lean into gratitude. I'm so thankful I have the money to purchase this cup of coffee today. I'm so happy and grateful that I'm able to spend money on Planet Fitness this month. I'm so happy and grateful that I have the money to pay my light bill. I'm so happy and grateful that I'm able to pay for my Samcart subscription. You start to lean into gratitude, whether you're spending or receiving money. So this way, there's never a shift. Whether you are spending or receiving money, you are tuned into gratitude, right? So you are never tapping into lack, and you're never tapping into loss, okay? So this is what you can start doing today. You can start doing it right now. Just making the decision to start leaning into gratitude. And if you need help leaning into gratitude, I have the free Thank Your Way to 100K challenge. It's linked in my bio. You could just join. It's a free challenge and start thanking your way to 100K. And then if you pair the Thank Your Way to 100K with either the subliminal set or Sleep Your Way to 100K, your results will just magnify. In fact, in Sleep Your Way to 100K, I have a 7-day quick start to help you start to manifest $2,000 weeks, because $2,000 a week is 100K a year, right? So when you start with Sleep Your Way to 100K, you learn how to start manifesting the financial frequency of $2,000 weeks. And then when you master that, then you're going to move up to Sleep Your Way to 500K and start mastering $10,000 weeks, right? And then once you master $10,000 weeks, then you're going to go up to sleep your way to 7 figures. Then you're going to master 100K months. So this is how financial alchemy works. You start with the seed, and then you start watering it, and then I'm like mixing up metaphors. You start with the seed, and then it snowballs. Like, okay, Juliet. But you get the point, right? Yeah. And so and this was me too as well, Holly. I was like this. And so I had to go through this process in order to be where I am now. And so just like documenting everything and making sure, and then running it through myself, and then running it through my one-on-one clients is why I was able to create a program. Like I never released anything as a program until I've done it and my one-on-one clients have done it and succeeded with the same methods. And so I try to fine tune it so it can work for anyone and everyone, right? So if you're someone now that is struggling and you just like $2,000 a week would be amazing in your business, right? That would really make you feel so good, like making $2,000 a week and going up to that as being your minimum. Sleep your way to 100K is a perfect place to start. You can start really unlearning a lot of the patterns that we built up as millennials, right? From what we saw around the world and what we're taught about money, unlearning that, rewriting and shifting your money story, and activating your present money matrix so you can start creating a completely different financial future. So that's what the work is. So once you join Sleep Your Way to 100K, you're going to get the quick start to learn how to manifest $2,000 a week. And then it's coupled with the 3-day workshop series that really we dive into the theory of financial alchemy. So you just learn a lot more about yourself and financial dynamics, right? And if you join me and flip the switch to 10K weeks, then you'll actually be able to join a live group hypnosis. So if you need more assistance in reaching a higher level, a higher financial frequency, then group hypnosis is the next step. And then usually people that have done flip the switch to 10K weeks become one-on-one clients. And then we start building their financial frequency so they hit their first 7 figures. So most of the people that joined me last year and flipped the switch to 10K weeks are now one-on-one clients for this year, and we're working on 7 figures. So all of this can really happen in the span. You can easily become from 0 to 7 figures in 2 to 3 years if you follow this process. You just have to trust the process and follow it. And then once you start to see the external reality shift, that just strengthens your belief, and your belief just keeps building and building. And then soon you're no longer waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like you're no longer waiting for that. I remember when I would struggle to pay rent, and now I pay rent early. Not on time, early. I pay my rent early. I'm like, all right, let me just pay this, or like, let me pay this for the next 6 months or the full year. And so it's just like, I never thought I would be that person. I never thought I would be the person to have automatic billing set up, right? I used to be afraid to look at my bank account. Like I would be like, like I'll take money out the ATM like this, like, okay, thanks, and throw away the receipt and just run out as long as I was able to grab my $20 or $40, and then I don't need to know. Like it was really bad. I used to really be really bad with money and had a terrible relationship with a vision and perception of money and my financial reality. But all of this can change. So if you're just joining, I'm going to make this replay available on IGTV, and you can also catch it on YouTube tomorrow. But definitely tap into the link in my bio. You can join Thank Your Way to 100K. It's a free challenge to help you start feeling these feelings of gratitude when you're spending and receiving money, right? There shouldn't be a difference. And if you want to just start learning how to manifest $2,000 weeks, definitely join me and Sleep Your Way to 100K. If you want to start manifesting 10K weeks, definitely join me and flip the switch to 10K weeks. All right, everyone. I really appreciate you joining me this evening. I try to keep these lives short and to the point so you get, yes, if you're in Get Your Shift Together, you get access to all the Flip the Switch weekends. So you get access to Flip the Switch to 10K weeks as well. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I had to learn to become smart. So, yeah, I'm really glad that you were able to join me tonight. If you're just joining now, the replay is going to be available shortly. I'm going to share it with you right now so you can rewatch it, and definitely tap into any of the links in my bio to take the next step. So now that you know, it's time for you to take action. Don't just watch this video. Either take action by joining the free challenge, take action by joining Sleep Your Way to 100K, or take action by joining Flip the Switch to 10K weeks. You need to take one of those actions, okay? All right, everyone. Bye.